Hi everyone. So the wait is over and I am here with the part 2 of the scapula. So if you have not checked the first part, then do check it out from the I button. I will give the link in the description box. From there also you can check it out. So already I have talked about in the first part about the features and the side determination, but in this part I will be talking about the attachment, clinicals and everything. Okay, so let's start with the attachments. Okay, attachments, there are lots of attachments, but you don't have to read so many of them because in examination you will have a lot of bone, but some of the important from all of the bones you have to know the attachment, the features, some of them you have to know. So I will be talking about the important ones. So let's start with the attachments, that means the muscle attachments. Okay, so first we have the subscapularis muscle. Subscapularis muscle will be present in the subscapularis fossa. Okay, subscapular fossa. Already I have said you it is there in the costal surface. So here there will be 2/3 part, there will be attachment of the subscapularis muscle. Okay, so it is a multipinnate muscle. Then second we have the supraspinatus. So you have to go back in the dorsal surface. Supraspinatus will be present in the supraspinatus fossa. Okay, here supraspinous fossa, it will be present above the spinous process. Here this is the supraspinatus muscle attachment will be there in the 2/3 part. Infraspinatus fossa, 2/3 part of the infraspinous fossa, there will be infraspinatus muscle. Okay, here will be infraspinatus muscle. Then we have deltoid muscle. See, the spinous process have two, the lower border, this is the lower border, and this is the upper border of the spinous process. Okay, this is the lower border, this is the upper border of the spinous process, and this lower border of the spinous process continues with the lateral border of the acromion process, and the upper border of the spinous process continues with the medial border of the acromion process. So see, trapezius muscle and deltoid muscle. Deltoid muscle will be attached in the lower border of the spinous process till the lateral border of the acromion process, and the trapezius muscle just the opposite. It will be present in the upper border of the spinous process till the lateral medial border of the acromion process. I hope it's clear to you. Now we have the next muscle, that is serratus anterior muscle. Serratus anterior muscle will be present in the costal surface, okay, in the medial border. So the thinner one is the medial border. So serratus anterior muscle has many digitation. Okay, so it has 8 digitation, and 8 digitation will be present here, as it will be present in the medial border of the costal surface. Okay, costal surface. Costal surface means front. So you will have the first digitation from the superior angle. This is a superior angle, I have said you. Okay, superior angle till the root of the spine. See, this is the root of the spine from where the spine originates. So here the costal surface, here till here there will be first digitation of the serratus anterior muscle. Then the second two digitation, that is second digitation and the third digitation, will be in the medial border. Okay, medial border, here will be both the two digitation, the second digitation and the third digitation. Okay, then the last 5 digitation, that is 3 4 5 6 and 7 and 8, and this 5 digitation will be in the inferior angle. Here in the inferior angle, the last 5 digitation will be there. Again I repeat it, serratus anterior muscle, it has 8 digitation. First digitation is there in the superior angle, from the superior angle till the root of the spine, here root of the spine, here in the costal surface. Then we have throughout the medial border we have the second digitation and the third digitation, and the last 5 digitation, that is 4 5 6 7 and 8, it is there in the inferior angle. Okay, so serratus anterior, I have finished it. I hope you have understood. Now there are 2 more muscles that you have to know. It is very important to know. I have said there is 2 tubercle, that is here 1 tubercle and here 1 tubercle. This is the glenoid cavity. So this is the supraglenoid tubercle and this infraglenoid tubercle. So in the supraglenoid tubercle there will be attachment of the long head of the biceps brachii. Okay, and below here there will be long head of the triceps brachii attachment in the inferior glenoid tubercle. Okay, so in the inferior glenoid tubercle there will be long head of the triceps brachii. In the above supraglenoid tubercle there will be long head of the biceps brachii. Okay, So now we have the teres minor and the teres major muscle. Now teres minor and the teres major muscle, it will be in the dorsal aspect. Okay, dorsal aspect, and teres minor will be present in two sleeves in the lateral border. So the thicker one is your lateral border. You know, the thicker one is the lateral border. So in the lateral border, dorsal side means where the spinous is attached. I hope it is really clear to you. So the teres minor, 2/3 part of the dorsal aspect of the lateral border, there will be two sleeves of teres minor. Here will be one sleeve and here will be one sleeve. Okay, just beside your infraspinatus muscle. So there to degeneration will be teres minor muscle. Okay, here to teres minor muscle. Between this to teres minor muscle, there will be important vessels running through, and that is your circumflex scapular vessels. Okay, circumflex scapular vessels. Okay, then we have the teres major muscle. Teres major muscle will be in the lateral aspect, 1/3 part. Okay, there will be teres major muscles. Okay, now rhomboid minor and rhomboid major. See, rhomboid major and the rhomboid minor, again it is in the dorsal aspect, okay, but in the medial border side, the thin medial border side. This side you are having teres minor and teres major, and this side you will have rhomboid major and rhomboid minor. So rhomboid major will be, minor will be in the medial border, okay, in the medial border just opposite to the root of the spine. We'll have here will be rhomboid minor. Okay, and rhomboid major will be in the between the root of the spine to the inferior angle, means full here you will have this rhomboidal major muscle. So here this will be rhomboidal minor and here will be rhomboidal major. Between them one important nerve, actually not between them, beside them one important nerve passes, and the nerve name is the dorsal scapular nerve. Okay, so here there will be vessels. Don't forget, this is a vessel, artery and the vein, and this side that is the nerve, that is the dorsal scapular nerve, and this is the circumflex scapular nerve. Okay, and so sorry, circumflex scapular vessels. Okay, so we have completed, and now important one, that is the this suprascapular notch. I have said you yesterday. From here there will be an important muscle, and this is really very important. This is asked by your examiner. Okay, really this is important. So this is from above, from the upper border of the suprascapular notch, from near the suprascapular notch, where here will get inferior belly of the omohyoid muscles. Okay, and see this subscapular notch which you are having. Okay, so this suprascapular notch which you are having, suprascapular notch is covered by a ligament, that is transverse scapular ligament, and it will be present like this. Okay, it will be present just like this above. So see, it will make a hole here. So from here the nerve will pass, and above there the vessels will pass. So nerve will be under them, nerve will pass like this under it, and the vessels will be passed above this ligament. Okay, I hope it's clear to you. So these are the things which are really very important, and these features you have to know. And the features, some of the features are there which you some of the attachments are there in the coracoid process that you may know or you may not know. Obviously we will not remember all the things. So that is the coracoid. In the coracoid process we have two muscles, that is the short head of the biceps brachii and the pectoralis minor muscle. Short head of the biceps brachii is present in the lateral part of the tip of the coracoid. This is the tip of the coracoid process, and this is the lateral part. So here will be the short head of the biceps brachii, and pectoralis minor will be in the medial border of the superior, in the border of this tip of the coracoid process. So here there will be pectoralis minor, and here there will be a short head of the biceps brachii. So okay, these are the important things. And latissimus dorsi, the most important muscle, this you have to know, latissimus dorsi is present here. In this aspect, in the dorsal border, here you will have a latissimus dorsi in the inferior angle. Okay, so these are the important muscles you have to know, and you need to know this, and you have to really study this, and the attachment from where to where they are attached, you have to know that. Okay, so there are ligaments. What are the ligaments now? Ligaments are the fibrous connective tissues which attaches bone to bone for the stability. So we have lots of ligaments. Coracoacromium ligament, that is between the coracoid process and the acromion process. Okay, coracoacromium ligament, coracohumeral ligament between your root of the coracoid process till your humerus. Then we have coracoclavicular ligament between the coracoid process and the clavicle. Here there will be attachment of the clavicle. See, there is a facet for clavicle. So here the clavicle. Okay, so there will be coracoclavicular ligament. There will be transverse scapular ligament. As I said you here, it will cover the subscapular notch, suprascapular notch. So here there will be transverse scapular ligament, and there will be spinoglenoid ligament. So these are the ligaments. You have to read details. See, there are lots of attachment in the books, and you have to go through all of them. But yeah, some of the important things which I said you that you have to know. Now the clinicals. I have completed the attachment. Now I will talk about the clinical, and this two clinical I will be talking about. This two clinical is really very important. Okay. First one is the winging of scapula. Winging of scapula means how it causes. It causes due to the paralysis of the serratus anterior muscle. As I have already said you, serratus anterior muscle has the digitation. It is present in the costal surface, in the medial border, in digitations. Okay, first digitation here, second two in the medial border, and third in the inferior angle, all the five in the inferior angle. So this when these muscles get paralyzed, that means that time there will be a winging of scapula. Means there will be a prominent medial border. You can see it. There will be a prominent medial border. You can see it from of that subject. Okay, and the arms cannot be abducted beyond 90 degrees. You know, abduction means you have to place your hand away from your body line, and adduction means you have to place your hand towards your body line. So I have abduction beyond 90 degrees, this person cannot do, because serratus anterior muscle is the muscle for abduction. It helps in abduction. Okay, so winging of the scapula is done. Okay, now there will be a second type of second one, that is the rotator cuff muscle injury. What is the rotator cuff? Actually, rotator cuff is a group of muscles, okay, which are collectively called as the rotator cuff. That is four muscles. What are the four muscles? Supraspinous muscle, infraspinous muscle, teres minor, and we have the suprascapularis. So these four muscles, they form a cuff in the shoulder joint. Here there will be a shoulder joint with this humerus head. So this both will make a shoulder joint. So here they will be attached, and they will give a stability, and they will provide the strength of this joint. As you know, the shoulder joint is a ball or a socket joint, and the second joint, ball or a socket joint, we have in the hip joint, that is the hip joint. Okay, but hip joint is stable, but this is really not stable, because you can have this is the common site of fracture which we have. Okay, so supraspinatus, infraspinatus, as we know, supraspinatus is present here in the dorsal part, infraspinatus here, and teres minor, teres major, teres minor also, you know that in the two slips it is present, teres minor muscle. Suprascapular muscle is present in here full. So this all you have to remember, and they plays a really important role, like as if the supraspinatus muscle, they hold the humerus in place. It holds the humerus in place. Okay, and make your shoulder joint. And infraspinatus, what it does, this infraspinatus, it maintains the muscle which helps to rotate and extend the shoulder. Okay, as you can rotate and you can extend your shoulder. And teres minor is the smallest rotator cuff muscle. Okay, as it is present here. They are the smallest muscle, and the mnemonics for this, which you can remember, that is SITS, S-I-T-S. S for supraspinatus, I for infraspinatus, T for teres minor, and S for subscapularis. Okay, so these four muscles causes why this happens. See, due to overlifting of many things, due to injury, you have got a car accident or something. Athletes, they uses their hand more frequently. That is the tennis player, carpenter, painters. Okay, they face this kind of problem more frequently. So see, this two clinical part, they are asked frequently in the Viva, even in your theory exam. So do study that. And the more important Viva questions I have already said you in the part 1 also, in part 2 also, this clinical you have to learn, and some of the attachments you obviously have to learn, especially the omohyoid muscles attachments, and this sleeps, the serratus anterior sleeps digitation you have to learn. So thank you so much. If it was a little help to you, then yeah, subscribe to my channel.